So there's a new doc coming out on Hillary Clinton. And in the doc, she talks about Bernie Sanders. She says that he's unapproachable. Nobody likes him. He hasn't gotten anything accomplished. And ultimately said that she basically wouldn't support him if he won the nomination. Now, this was done last year, I believe, and it's going to come out here pretty soon. I think the Sundance Film Festival will have it. Why anyone would want to see a doc on Hillary Clinton, I have no idea. But the Hollywood Reporter published an interview with Hillary that came out today, and it's made a lot of uh, waves across the political realm because the interviewer asked Hillary, "Hey, you've had some time to think about it. Some things have changed. Bernie, for one, is one of the front runners. It's possible that he could win the nomination." And they asked her, "So, looking back on it now, would you say that you would support Bernie if he won the nomination?" And she basically said, "I'm not there yet. Um, Still a vigorous campaign, primary, and anyone could win." What really bothers me about that is the fact that as a Bernie Sanders supporter, all I hear from my liberal friends and from the left wing is you better get behind the nominee. Bernie bros better get in line. And I tell them over and over with fact. I mean, it's the same thing, honestly, as dealing with the right wing. You give them fact, you show them on paper, blah, 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 blah. And they just, no, it's not true. It's fake. I tell my liberal friends, my Democrat, corporate, neo-lib people, more people who supported Bernie Sanders voted for Hillary Clinton than people who voted for Barack Obama. You understand? It's not the progressives that you're not getting. It's the people who don't give a crap about your titled candidate and just won't go out and vote. That's where you're losing it. Stop blaming it on Russia. Stop blaming it on sexism. Stop blaming it on whatever. Hillary sucked. Your tired old candidates who won't get off their ass because they feel entitled to be the president have to work harder and excite the base. And that's really what it is. But through all of that, we have Miss Queen Clinton here saying, "Yeah, I'll outright fracture the party. I don't care. Doesn't matter." If Bernie was to come out and say, "I don't know if I would back the person who wins the nomination," he would immediately be tarred and feathered. Not like he's already not getting that right now anyway. But this would be a huge problem. And to address a few other things, as we've seen this onslaught from the media, the whole Bernie being a sexist thing is just fucking ridiculous. But now, you know, he's cranky. Of course, we've heard that a million times. He's only the guy who's fighting for people all the time. But the one thing you can't get him on, and she attacked him on it, he doesn't get anything done. Okay, if there is a person on the Democratic Party who can say doesn't get something done, it's not Hillary Clinton because she spent 80% of her time campaigning or fundraising. She barely did her job. And that's the truth. Now, in D.C., Bernie Sanders has a nickname. They call him the King of Amendments because he adds so much to all these bills that pass. I'm even going to include a link that's going to show just the major things that Bernie has done. And by the way, this was last updated in like 2016, so it doesn't even have the stuff that has nothing to do with legislation. The getting Amazon workers and basically Walmart workers $15 an hour, and Disney workers as well, pushing for better treatment for those workers. Um, the work that he has done as just an activist, nothing to do with legislation. This list is just full. There's so much stuff in there, I didn't even know a lot of it. And I'm a big Bernie supporter. I've followed what he's done for a very long time, and there's certain things I was kind of caught up. Oh, he did that? Wow. So I'm going to include that list. It's ridiculous to attack him on work, though. The man works. He puts his time in, and he's been fighting and consistent for us for the last 40 years, while the Clintons have moved the Democrat Party so far to the right that most Trump supporters I know really liked Bill Clinton as a president. Think about that for a second. Um, it's just more double standard hypocritical bullshit from the liberals and the liberal media. Nobody. I don't see Cuomo or uh, Don Lemon or whoever out there saying, Hillary Clinton needs to stop fracturing the Democratic Party and she just needs to go away. Because let's think about this. This is just the last line of attacks from Hillary Clinton. She went after Tulsi not long ago. She went after Jill Stein. And now it's time to go after the king. And it's not going to work for her. Whatever the hell she's doing. She's irrelevant. She's going to be irrelevant. And the fact is that's better for her. If she's known, it's only going to be hatred. It's funny because, like, Joe Biden was one of those guys. If you would have asked me a couple years ago, like, what do you think about Joe Biden? I'd have been like, yeah, he was an alright guy. I mean, he pushed Obama to go more uh, for gay rights. That was pretty cool. And I would have kind of just been like, yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it. But he decided to run, and he exposed himself. And me personally, had no idea how corrupt and dirty Creepy Joe is. And it's the same with Hillary. Stay hidden, Hillary. Because the minute you stick your head out, we're going to find out more about you. You're going to cause us to have to do research and find out what a scumbag we all know you really already are. But it's just this media refusing to set any standards for anyone. If it's a Clinton, it's fine. They can do whatever the hell they want. If it's anyone who's outside of the group, anyone who's not part of the elites, oh, then it's a problem. And they'll lie. They'll put in things that aren't even true, such as for number one, Bernie Sanders supporters are called Bernie Bros. No, they're not. Bernie Sanders has the most diverse group of supporters. He has more female supporters, more ethnic supporters. He is all over the place in support. But they call him Bernie Bros. So they make him look like he's this misogynist. They give him that aura of, I guess of being like a jock. I have no idea, because Bernie is the last thing I'd say is a jock. But they go after him. It's not true. None of it's true. Oh, the Bernie or bust people, they're not going to support the Democratic Party. But we ended up doing that. And it fucking hurt to do that, by the way. I hated doing that. I hated voting for Hillary Clinton, but I did it. And what made it even worse now is they're coming back now and say, you never did that. Like, I sold my soul to the devil to try to beat the king of scum, and now you're making me say it again that I did it? Yes. But you don't believe me. Okay, fine. It's such bullshit. So the other big thing that happened today um, was the coronavirus, which, if I'm being honest, the first time I heard the name, I kind of thought it was kind of funny. Apparently not so funny. She broke out in China and sadly has affected hundreds and hundreds of people. There has been 6 confirmed deaths in China, and that's all really bad. But the reason why it's kind of popping up around here now is not only the fact that it is becoming Chinese New Year, so there's going to be a lot more travel and people are going to be interacting more. They're going to be traveling back and forth, and that kind of could expose America. But not only that, where it happened was pretty much a town that's known for shipping a lot of stuff, basically. And so, unfortunately, not only could they be shipping products, they could also be shipping the virus. So there's been talk about this virus, and everyone to, just be aware. The CDC says that it mirrors a lot of like a flu, can cause bronchial issues, lung problems, things of that nature. And then, about an hour before I started doing this, they announced that there is a confirmed case in America. So it has spread fairly quickly. It This is one of those things that I hope just dies down. It's not a big deal, and kind of the scare tactics from the media. But I feel like it's fair to talk about it because we don't know what it is yet, and just to let everyone know, you know, wash your hands more. um, be careful about people being sick. If you have a child who seems to have the flu, you should take them into the hospital anyway. So, but just be more alert about that kind of stuff. Most likely, it won't affect you, but if it does, just know that there is something out there and something to keep your eye on for the next few weeks. I have a feeling that it's going to be one of those things that dies down rather quickly, but uh, that's what we hope, right? That's what we hope. Anyway, I'm curious about your thoughts on any of this. Maybe you could comment on the Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders story. Come in for about the coronavirus. We appreciate all interactions. You guys have a great night.